This is Anne Marie from K-12 Plus. In this video, we will be talking about non-traditional students in higher education. Characteristics of non-traditional students are individuals who are seeking degrees while juggling other responsibilities such as work and family commitments. These non-traditional students are those who fit into one or more characteristics that are listed below, such as age, employment, high school education, and then the financial independence.
What many think of as a typical college student is changing and could reshape campuses across the country. According to the Department of Education, roughly 20 million students were expected to attend college this fall.
But a new NPR article says almost 74% of those students fall outside the traditional student category. Joining us now is the co-writer of that article, NPR reporter Alyssa Nadworny. Good to see you.
Hey, guys.
So, Alyssa, the report says a majority of students are considered non-traditional. What does that mean, and who are the students that are going to college today?
So I think we have this perception are working full-time, they're paying on their own, not with their parents, they have kids, they go to school part-time, they wait to go to college a few years after they graduate. So we have this kind of change in demographics, and we've really been seeing this for almost 20 years.
I guess, how are colleges and universities accommodating older undergrads? I mean, you know, it can be, in addition to all the things you mentioned about learning how to study, I mean, you're basically on campus, you've got a life, you've got a job, you maybe have kids, and, you know, if it's back like was my day, kids are playing hacky sack, and that's just the least of what they're doing on the quad. How do universities reach out to these individuals? How do they make them feel welcome and at home?
Well, we've seen, for the schools who are doing really well in reaching those students, we've seen an increase in tutoring, an increase in academic advising to help them pick the classes that they need to graduate, so they're not wasting time on classes or credits that they don't need. They're not spending that very valuable federal aid money on that.
Are enrolling is because they want to transition into a specific role or a specific field. They are currently working in a job that they possibly do not want to be in anymore. They want to transition into a different field, and so by going back to school will help them earn that education to help them transition into a new career path. Third, they're preparing themselves for today's job market. You know, a lot of companies are requiring degrees to move up in the corporation. So the non-traditional student, you know, has to go back to get that degree so they can move up in their current role. So they want to finish what they started. Students are also pursuing a advanced degree. You know, they want to move up in their company, so they need to have a master's to be eligible for that position, or they finally found the right school. So some students do not like the traditional setting where you have to be sitting in a classroom and hearing the professor lecture. Some students, you know, prefer the online setting, so they have the flexibility of when they can do their assignments, when they can log in. Location is a big one, so they can, once they finally find that, institutions are adapting to non-traditional students. In the video, she did talk about this a little bit, but there is an increase in online learning programs. Like I said before, that some students do not like the traditional platform of going to the class, going to campus, sitting in class, listening to a lecture for 4 hours. So most of the higher institutions are starting to do some online programs. You know, they have a combination of a hybrid platform where some of the courses are online, and then some classes, you know, you'll have to take, you know, on site, you know, on ground at the campus. A lot of the non-traditional students are looking for the online programs because of the flexibility. You know, with them working, having children, you know, they need the flexibility of when they can be logging in and doing their assignments. So online platforms have increased, you know, significantly throughout the last couple years. A lot of The non-traditional students are also looking for a faster pace to get done with their degree, with them working and having a job that could be requiring them to get this degree. So there is a time limit, on that for the position. Also, with them having families, they don't want to be in school, for a long periods of time, to take away from their family responsibilities. So they are looking at programs that they can go at their own pace, or maybe just weekends only, depending on what other responsibilities that they have. But the non-traditional students are looking for those accelerated courses, trying to get done as soon as they can. Services and the scheduling for non-traditional students, they are making sure that they have services in place for non-traditional students to help them continue on in the program and graduate. So they are starting to have student support advisors, also known as academic advisors, that are helping students with their degrees and helping them to pick out courses that they need to fulfill the graduation requirements, so then they can, get done as soon as possible. Having writing studios, having tutors, accessible for the non-traditional students. 15, 20 years helps them